Hello, everybody. My name's Yvette Ulloa, and I wanted to send a little inspiration your way. Many of you guys know I was diagnosed with an incurable disease, amyloblastoma, and it's a deadly tumor that one day it just grows aggressively, and one day you chew and your whole jaw breaks. And there's no known cure anywhere in the world other than partial removal of the jaw, centimeter to the right, centimeter to the left, and they basically take out the whole thing. And a very, very painful process, speech impediment, speech therapy. And I was about to go with the surgery last year after 5 years. I actually contained the tumor for 4 years, experienced a tremendous amount of stress. And then when I experienced stress, the tumor tripled in size. And that's when I had decided to go to the surgery. By an alignment of the stars and my creator and all the beautiful blessings that are guiding my life, we canceled the surgery 2 days before because they dropped the ball a bunch of things. Thank goodness. And here I am today. We've reversed the tumor that was incurable. We are right now at 41% decrease. We did it in 120 days with a lot of work, a team of doctors, and lots of growth and lots of releasing of emotional and trauma and things from my childhood. It was all a process, a team. But the one thing that I get a lot on Facebook and on different social media channels, emails, is we have hit a crisis. Can you help us? I've somehow become the master of crisis because I've been through many of them in the last 5 years. Our father was killed in a motorcycle accident, tremendous, painful, traumatic situation. And so I wanted to share it with you today. Some of the things that we do when crisis comes, and hopefully it will help guide you, because when you experience a crisis in your life, it's one of the toughest moments that you can experience. And I know the pain that can happen through it all. And so I'm here with you. I want you to know I'll be your coach, your sister, your friend, and I will be praying with you. I will be meditating for your being able to handle chaos and turn it into a gift, because that's what I've been able to do. My disease turned into the biggest gift in my life. I've been able to bless so many others with my story and just sharing how I surfed through the pain, because sometimes that's one can get stuck because it's not pretty. So the very first thing when crisis comes into your life, think of it as a big gift. It's wrapped up as a problem, but it's really a gift in disguise, because a crisis is meant to force you to pause and stop and say, something about my life is no longer working. So a crisis is meant to have you stop for your soul to evolve into a much higher place in your life. We call it a higher degree of consciousness, a higher awareness, a better focus, whatever it is, because when a crisis comes or a health challenge comes, it's meant to just tell you, hey, something is no longer working. Let's switch some things around. And that's where the gift comes. You become a better person as a result of conquering that. So my whole thing was traveling from the road to victimhood to the road of victor and conquering. And that's what I'm going to share with you. That's what my life is about helping you walk through that bridge that might look so chaotic, but to see that there's a rainbow at the end of that bridge. And so the very first thing, and write this down, put it on a little index card so that you have it. Very first thing that you do in time of crisis is you pause. You know, they say in California, when there's an earthquake, you stop, you drop, and you roll, right? That's like engraved in my mind because we went over it. So just think about this. Crisis, aha! It's a gift that's coming. I gotta drop. Pause. Don't drop, actually. Just pause. And just pause, because sometimes we're going. We don't have time to think and reassess and pause and get grounded as to why is this coming into our life. So get curious when you pause. So the very first thing is stop, pause, get curious about what is happening, and to remember that it's happening in perfect alignment with your soul's evolution on this planet. It's coming because your creator is sending this to you for you to grow through a challenge to become a better person on the other side. Step number 2, allow yourself, give yourself the gift of feeling the emotions. feeling the trauma, feeling the experience, and feeling the sadness, the anger, the disappointment, the rage, whatever it is that you may be feeling at the time, allow yourself. So many times growing up as kids, they tell us, stop, don't cry. No, don't show you're angry. Guess what? If you're not expressing that emotion and moving it through your body, it's getting stuck and it's affecting certain organs of your body. It's affecting your blood. It's affecting your heart. It's stressing your body out. And what is stress? It turns into heart disease. It turns into heart attack. As a matter of fact, 1 of every 3 people die of a heart attack or heart disease. And a lot of it is induced by stress. So step number 2 is feel. Sometimes I can't cry and I know I'm sad, so I'll put a sad song and I'll start to cry just to let it out, just to let that feeling, that emotion, watch a sad movie, whatever it is. Sometimes when I feel anger, I go, and I just allow the anger to come out. Sometimes, let's say I'm with my mom or something, like, Mom, just so you know, I'm going to get angry right now, but it's not at you. It's just I need to process the emotion through. Okay, that works for me. So I'll go, and I'll just feel the anger. But here's the thing. I used to get stuck in getting angry. And I used to do this thing called the emotional toilet flush, where I would get angry and then I would get sad and I feel sorry for myself. And guess what? The toilet flush ends in depression. And sometimes we get stuck there. I would get stuck in depression for hours, sometimes days. I'd come home from work, go to bed and sleep it off until the next day. Didn't want to eat, didn't want anything. This is before personal development came into my life. So I understand it if you're there. But just remember, it's a mindset thing. We're toilet flushing our emotions. And so I'm going to show you how to do it in a place where you actually spiral upwards into that gentle giant that's supposed to be your growth on this earth, and becoming that person of higher awareness, of more focus, more dynamic, more giving, more loving. And it's something that you cultivate by reconditioning your mind. Okay, so allow yourself to feel. It's a blessing. Even if you're a man, allow yourself to be vulnerable. When you hold that stuff in and you don't let it out, guess what? It's getting buried inside. There's a book called Feelings Buried Alive. And that emotionally turns into stress, turns into disease. It affects your organs of your body. So just don't do it. Let your emotions out. That's a gift. Step number 3, you're going to ask, what's the lesson? What's the gift? What's the blessing? And it may not come that same day, but I promise you, the blessing, the gift, anytime a door closes, a bigger one opens. And so you want to be conscious of that, because God will never send you a trial or a tribulation without first preparing you for it so that you can overcome it and become the better person. I call it version 2.0, the better version of yourself. Stronger, more skills, more faculties, more things. Okay, so step number 3 is asking, what is the lesson? What is the gift from this challenge? When I got hit with my disease and the doctor showed us the x-rays of another patient that they had just removed half her bottom jaw, I looked over at Dave, and I'm not kidding you, his face turned purple and he started swelling up and he's almost started to pass out. And I'm like, baby, come back, come back. It's me that's getting the surgery, not you. But really, his reality was that his wife was about to go through something terrible. And seeing that x-ray was so scary to us. And we kept on asking, where's the gift? Where's the gift? And we kept on saying, there's no gift. What could be a gift from this? And then later on, through a beautiful visit with one of my chiropractors, Dr. Carlston, he's an amazing man. And he said, what if your gift was to share with people how to move through chaos in a positive way, because you're such a positive, such a happy person. And I remember my ortho surgeon, the one that was going to do the surgery, because I wasn't really too sad or devastated or crying. And he goes, I'm shocked at your response. You're not really massively upset like most people. And I said, doctor, it's because I know that there's a bigger purpose in my life, and I know that I'm divinely guided and that this is happening for a reason. And so I actually made him laugh, because I said to him, After you cut my hip and you try to take my hip bone to do an implant, I go, I need my hip. I'm a Latina. I like to shake it. And he starts laughing and I start laughing. So we found out that my gift or my illness was to teach others how to move through chaos in a positive light. And so I hope that I can do that with you today. When my father-in-law died and my husband was so sad, and I remember him posting on Facebook and saying, I can't find a gift. Where's the gift? Where's the lesson? And we did find a gift. Our dad was an orphan as a child, and growing up in Ecuador, in a third world country, he was the one that would shine shoes and carry suitcases for the tourists. And he taught us so much. And when he died, we found out that there was this new church in Ecuador in the same place where he wanted to retire, all divinely guided. And we found out that there was a new orphanage, and they had nothing. They had no showers. They had no house. They were sleeping at the church. A family of 8 kids that had been badly abused by the father. The mother ran away with the 8 kids overnight, and that's how the orphanage got started. So as a gift to dad, because dad didn't want flowers, we all collected money and we built an orphanage. And so we saved a bunch of little angels in the honor of this one angel that left us. Now the gift didn't come right away, but it came. And so trust deeper that it's coming. Step number 4, you have got to surrender. When there's crisis, sometimes the ego mind steps in. It's like, be this tough person or this or that. Whatever is affecting you in terms of your mind, surrender to your Creator. And know that there's a gift in every lesson. There's a blessing coming to you. And so what I like to do personally, I like to pray. Or I also like to meditate. For me, I do both. I feel praying is asking and meditating is receiving. And so I like to do both. Both are important to me. And so ask your Creator. Connect to the higher power, whatever higher force you believe in. I personally believe in God, but I don't make anybody else wrong. You have your Creator, your higher power, the universe, God, whatever you call it. Ponder on that and pause and ask for help. Be clear on what it is that you are seeking and what it is that you are asking for. So if it's okay with you, those are the 4 steps I'm going to share with you. Take them into action, apply them. And you can either end it right here, or you can pause and prepare to say a little prayer with me. I'm going to say a little prayer for you, for your family. And I'm going to use the word Father, but you can you can say God, universe, my Creator, whatever it is for you, that's right. I'm going to say a little prayer because this prayer has been with me for the last few months, especially as I created my miracle, as God sent me my miracle. This prayer has been something that I've said day, noon, night. So I'm going to say it with you and for you. And so just take a deep breath. Beautiful. Get grounded. Get centered. Stay focused. And ask your Creator. And I'm going to say it with us. Okay? Just bow your head. Father, I have faith that you will help us. I have faith, Father, that you know what is needed for our deepest healing. I ask that you help us find the root cause of these problems, of this crisis, and that you bypass our limitations, Father. We ask you to please go to the root cause of whatever it is that's blocking our well-being. Father, we are so grateful for you and for all the blessings, for every piece of chaos and difficult stuff that shows up in our lives, because we know there's a lesson and a gift at the end, and that we are going to evolve as humans to take our life to the next level. Father, please help us surrender and trust even more. We ask that you help us know, release, and shift what we need to, so that we can become aligned with your divine mission for us on this earth, so that we can heal and be open to your gifts and our mission on this earth. I'm going to pause and I'm going to have you add a few things here. Anything that you would like to request or thank your Creator for. Go ahead. more specific you are, the better your prayers will get answered. And I'm going to leave you with this. Trust deeper. Trust in the timing of why this is being sent to you. Journal your emotions. Journal your anger. Journal your sadness. Be present. Take some time to take care of yourself, whether it's a short walk, go on a gratitude walk. Just thank your Creator for the things that you have, your limbs, your feet, your hair, your eyes, anything, the park, the birds. Sometimes I have nothing to be grateful for. Well, I'm grateful for nothing, but I'm grateful that I'm on this walk, and I'm grateful I have words to say to my Creator. And from there, when gratitude starts, fear disappears. Start with a prayer in the morning, start with a prayer at night, and be open to receiving, because sometimes what we ask for gets delivered in a different way. So my brothers and sisters, please subscribe to my YouTube channel, as I'll be doing lots more prayers, meditations. I will be basically putting out to the world everything I did to create my miracle. Go to my website, Yvette Ulloa, my Facebook, and I'm going to have more resources on my blog there. I love you. Take care of yourself, and I will be praying for you.